Hey, Zane Griggs here. So you've probably heard the term visceral fat, but you may not have realized exactly what that was. So visceral fat has to do with the fat that collects in your abdomen, around under your rib cage, around your organs, basically around your heart, liver, kidneys, spleen, all those things that, those organs are trying to work hard. If they have fat building up around them, it can pose quite a serious health risk and impair their function, make it very difficult for them to function. And that's going to affect, your entire health, really, and make you more susceptible to disease or just something just not working the way it's supposed to inside you, which is never good. And the thing about visceral fat is that anybody can have it. I mean, by anybody, I just mean any body type or any body frame. You can have an outwardly thin person, okay, who probably has, maybe they're smaller bone, smaller medium bone, maybe kind of lankier, tall, or longer limbed. They don't have to be tall, but just longer limbs, smaller. And so they're not as stout or stocky as other people, so they don't show fat as much, okay? So they're kind of like what we call skinny fat, or SOFI, which is skinny on the outside, but fat on the inside. So they may have the frame that doesn't really show a collection of fat, and they may not store a whole lot of fat, subcutaneous fat, so it's fat, between the skin and the muscle, which is that stuff that you can kind of grab and pinch and roll and collects around the midsection that that folds over, all that kind of subcutaneous fat. They may not collect as much of that, or they may be able to distribute that across a longer frame without it being as visible or obvious. But because of their diet, it's still collecting inside around their organs, usually because of high sugar, particularly fructose, high fructose corn syrup. So not so much the fructose that's in fruit that's attached to fiber, okay, but more so from the fructose that's in all the sugar and high fructose corn syrup and added sweeteners that's in all the food that you buy, that's in wheat bread, that's in salad dressing, that's in a lot of the low-fat foods that are on the shelves that have added sugar to make them taste like a food because they've extracted all the fat out of them. All those little chemistry projects that they put healthy-looking labels on and put in the aisles. So just about any processed food is going to have some added sugar just to make it more palatable, even though you don't notice it, okay? Spaghetti sauce, it's in everything. And so it causes our bodies to store more fat, including around our organs. Now, one of the things you can do is start trying to pull sugar out of your diet, obviously, and not just the obvious sugars, like sweets and cakes and stuff like that, but start pulling, watching what you buy, and making sure that you don't have added sugar or very little added sugar to the foods that you buy as possible. But another thing that you can do is to work some fasting into your diet, so allow more fat burning. So basically, look at a low carb diet. Excuse me. So from a low carb diet, very low carb times or fasted times, whether you do a compressed 16-hour feeding time, or 16-hour fasted time, with an 8-hour feeding time, or you try to do 1 or 2 24-hour fasts in a week, that's going to allow your body to really tap into your fat stores that much more aggressively and start burning off that fat that's collecting around the organs. Also, a very low carb diet, if you're getting in that 5 to 10% range where you have almost a ketogenic level, even if that's for just a couple of days a week, you're going to allow your body again to tap into those fat stores. Insulin's very low, and make use of that stored fat and start burning some of that. Not only that's subcutaneous fat, but the fat around your organs as well. So work in a little fasting or intermittent fasting, low carb periods in your week, and then watch the sugars, because obviously it's collected around your organs. You're probably not going to know you have it or see it until it's too late, until someone's got you opened up on a table. And by then, what are you going to do about it? You want to start taking precautionary measures now to make sure that doesn't start collecting in and around your organs. You want to keep those healthy to stick with you through your entire long, healthy life. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post them, and feel free to share it with somebody you think might benefit. And if you haven't already, I'd love for you to like my page so we can stay connected and keep getting these videos in your newsfeed. Talk to you later.